But with that, I think we have completed the 5 company and technopreneur speakers and their various R&D commercialization efforts, from very successful ones with actual sales in the US and worldwide, to bridging different regulatory and applications, as well as local companies. So I think I would open up the floor now for questions, and I think since Joel has saved me, I'll give him first dibs on the question for Jerome. And for those, we will probably do this for about 10 minutes. And then for those, I saw that some of the questions are already being answered and directed at the chat room. Continue to do that. But if you don't get to ask your question, but for now, we have the Q&A for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Joel, please go ahead.
Thank you, Al. All excellent presentations, by the way, by all presenters so far. Jerome, I got a question for you. You mentioned that your company holds about 8 intellectual properties. Tell us what your approach is in terms of applying for patents, because you're trying to plug your company into the global supply chain. So are you applying for patents only in the Philippines, or are you looking into applying for patents in other parts of the world as well?
We're actually considering both, because normally there's like a patent restriction or limitation, as what the other speakers already shared. So we are considering both local patent applications, so through the Philippine Patent Office here, and also we're trying to look at like patenting or application in the US, because US is a global scale, and most of the discussions that we have like now related to the companies that we've been talking to in the Silicon Valley area, it's actually more in the US, and you know for a fact that US has a more global scope. So we're considering both applications.
All right, great, thank you. Al, I've got a quick answer for Gani as well, if that's okay.
Sure, while you're at it.
Okay, so Gani, you mentioned your desire, or your company's desire, to be able to link up with similar companies in your sector for some form of alliances that would be mutually beneficial. And you kind of, I gathered from you that you were having some challenges on that. And I was wondering whether there's some entity, government, or professional society that could help facilitate that for the members of your sector. What's your take on that?
Yeah, so I think there are societies, you know, specifically for pharma manufacturing and pharma quality. You know, right. So we collaborate on that level, but from a R&D level, we don't have such. Now the ecosystem that was created by, you know, a lot of the folks here from PAASE and USAID Stride, PSHIRD, DOS, the past couple of years has been helpful, right? Especially the drug discovery program. So DOST has been pushing more industry participation. So hopefully from there, you know, we can look at some of the pre-commercialization or pre-competitive activities, and we can collaborate on that, so we don't have to repeat, you know, a lot of the bioassay development, a lot of the validation, a lot of the process development. Hopefully we can get there. So we've started meeting. So Joey Ochave of Unilab has started having sessions at Unilab, to like very informal sessions to get some of the industry players out there. So we've met a couple of times already. So I think we're just trying to see how we can get a small project that we can pilot.
All right, yeah. I thought it was important to underscore that particular need, because it's a need of the industry members. And I thought that perhaps the OST or USAID Stride can do something to facilitate that and even encourage that, so that more members could participate. Thank you very much. Thank you, Al.
Okay, thank you very much, Joel. Is there any other burning questions there? Our El Presidente, is she in the audience? Normally she's one for volunteering to do it. But if not, I think